Truthfully, I don't much like doing SSD unboxings anymore. They're pretty much the same as far as the thing that's inside the box and what it looks like, but I've had at least a few people asking me about Sandisk SSDs for quite some time, and I was mildly curious about whether a non-SandForce-based SSD would work in the Blackmagic Cinema camera that we're planning to purchase, in spite of there not being any non-SandForce-based SSDs on the validated list. So first, let's start with Sandisk SSDs in general. They're not exactly an enthusiast type brand from a typical gamer's perspective. You might look at Sandisk and go, okay, well, that's stuff that camera people use, whereas, I'm going for like OCZ or whatever else. But for professional users, speaking of what camera people might use, they are definitely an enthusiast grade brand. So their SD cards and compact flash cards traditionally have been among the fastest. In fact, they have the fastest SD card available in terms of sustained write speeds at the moment, with Blackmagic specifically recommending their Extreme Pro series for raw recording on the Blackmagic Pocket camera. So there you go. They own fabs, which gives them the luxury of being able to handpick the absolute best flash for themselves. This equates to both an endurance and a performance advantage, and aside from using their own flash on here, which is an advantage, they're using a Marva, very fast Marvell controller, and their own custom firmware to achieve performance that is at or near the top of pretty much every performance benchmark you can possibly find. Inside the box, I guess I should have mentioned that, there's an ESD bag, there's the SSD itself. It's a 7mm SSD and it comes with a spacer, so you can space it out to 9mm if your particular notebook supports that form factor as opposed to the slimmer one. And I guess that's all there is to really say about it. Of course, you'll pay a premium for this and any extreme performance. I mean, it says extreme like right on the box. This and any extreme performance SSD, but whether or not it's worth the extra cost to you these days, particularly if you're coming from a hard drive, which is so much slower than even the slowest SSD, is probably open for debate. If you are a professional user and you do need very good longevity, it comes with a 5-year warranty, and you need extreme supreme performance and all that stuff, then I guess it's not really that debatable. You're probably going to want to go for something like this. At any rate, it's available in 120 gig, 240 gig, and 40 gig configurations. As usual, this is something I should probably mention just because nobody seems to know this. You can find the pricing of pretty much anything I unbox by checking out the pricing and availability link in the video description. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on the video if they're more complicated than this or this. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for latest tech tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos.